Hi, Lee Brooker here from Video Power Marketing. In this video, what we're going to cover is how to add Google Tag Manager to your website so we can start the process of tracking conversions. And in this video, we're going to show you how to do it via ClickFunnels. So the first thing we do is we go to Google Tag Manager and we log in and we find our, if you have, you'll only have one in here, hopefully one or two, but you locate your container name. In this case, we're going to use Video Power. And on this screen, which is the workspace screen in overview, up in the right-hand corner here, you've got this little link with the GTM. If you open this, click it and open this, you've got two pieces of code. This piece of code goes in the head of your funnel, and this piece of code goes in the body of your funnel. Now, open ClickFunnels and locate your funnel. In this case, we're going to use this funnel. And then what you need to do is go into Settings, and you have header tracking code and body tracking code. So it's easy just to open this up to make it a bit easier to see what's in there. Go back to Google Tag Manager, click this duplicate button, copy button here, and that will copy that code. This part goes into the head. So there's probably nothing or something in here, but always put the Google Tag Manager code right at the very top in front of everything else. Additionally, this piece of code, copy this, and in your body tracking code, place it at the very top there. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and click Save and Update. Now we want to add the Google Ads tracking code into Google Tag Manager. So we go to our Google Ads account, we go up to Tools and Settings, and we go to Audience Manager. Go to your data sources. And you won't have all of these, but you might have one or two of these. Basically, what you're looking for is a Google Ads tag. Hit Details. And right at the bottom where it says Tag Setup, click that. You need Use Google Tag Manager. Click this box, and this opens up this piece of information. Copy the conversion ID. Go back to Google Tag Manager, and you want to be in Tags. So click Tags. Click New, and call this Google Ads Global Remarketing Tag. You can call it what you want, but this just lets you know what it is. It's a Google Ads Global script, and it can be used as a remarketing tag. So tag configuration, and you scroll down here, and what you want here is you want Google Ads Remarketing. Click this, and in here, where you copied your conversion ID, you want to place this in here, there. Conversion label, don't worry about this, you don't need this. Conversion linking, click this, make sure that's a true, it always is, but just double check that. And on this part here where it says triggering, click, and you want all pages. And then you click Save. And then you submit. Now to double check that this is firing correctly, what you want to do is while you're in Google Tag Manager, you want to click Preview. Then this is going to ask you for a URL. So go to your funnel, copy your URL. It can be any of the pages because this should trigger globally because you put it in settings. Paste that in there and click Connect. That will jump to a page there. If you go back to this page and click Continue, what you should have is Google Ads Remarketing, or whatever you called it. This should say tags fired, and this should be it. Now, if you click that, you can see in here that the conversion ID is this one here, and that should match what you have in your Google Ads. If you're happy with that, you can just click Finish, and that will stop the preview. Now, while we are here in Google Tag Manager, we're going to add a conversion linker. What this basically does is this creates a chain or a bridge across different domains and different pages so that your conversion actions will fire on all pages. So we've already got one in here, but what I'm going to do is go through the process with you. So if we're in tags, you want to create new and call it conversion linker. Add configuration, click. And down here, it says conversion linker. Click that. You want to enable linking across domains. And where it says triggering, don't worry about anything else. Click all pages, save. This is telling me that the container has a tag with the same name in it already because I've already got it. But when you click save, you go back here and you click submit. Right, now we're going to create a new lead conversion action in Google Ads to trigger a lead. So when you get a lead into your website, this will trigger the conversion. So go back to Google Ads, go up to tools and settings and go to conversions. We want to put new conversion action. So click this, click website. This is where you need to put your URL in to scan the website. Now, previously we've added the Google Tag Manager. In Google Tag Manager, we added the global site tag, the Google global remarketing tag. So this will tell us if we've installed it correctly. So go back to your domain, grab that, go back to Google Ads, place that in there and click scan. And that's that. It's told us that we do have it installed because this has come up here. So this is where we create our conversion action. Now there is a process here where you can create it automatically. We're going to skip that for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to create the conversion action manually using code because we're going to use Google Tag Manager. So click add conversion manually. Now your goal action, because it's a lead, is submit lead form. So find that there. It's round about there. So submit lead form, and that's your action. This will be your primary action if this is the one main thing on your website that you want to track. So conversion name, just call it lead opt-in, or call it whatever you want, but it's we're tracking leads, so this is a lead opt-in. You can use a value if you want to. If you know what a lead is worth to you, you can put that in there. Don't worry about different value, but on the whole, we generally just don't put a value in. You want to count once, so you don't want to double count people that are coming in, so click that to once. The engaged view conversion window, ideally, this really should be 1 day. And the view through conversion should be 1 day. And the click-through, depending on what you want to do with your business and your offer, it's generally 30 days is a good time frame. This is how many days Google are gonna wait after someone's clicked on your ad to look for a conversion from that click. 30 days is a good ballpark. So once we've done that, data-driven is the one that we want to go by. That should already be there automatically. Click done, and you can see it there. Conversion goal, submit lead form, lead opt-in. So save and continue. And on this page, we want to now add it to Google Tag Manager. So you've got these three options. So click Google Tag Manager, and you've got the conversion ID and the lead opt-in identification here. So go to Google Tag Manager, and in tags, create new, and call this lead opt-in. Whatever you want to call it. But what I want to do is make sure it's called the same as what we've called it in Google Ads, so we know what it refers to. Tag configuration, click there, and click Google Ads conversion tracking. This will ask you for a few details that you need. So go back to Google Ads, your conversion ID, copy this, put that in the conversion ID box. We also want the conversion label, which is this one here. So copy that and place that in the conversion label. There is a conversion value box if you need one. If it's 0, leave it blank. If you have a conversion value in here, place it in here. Now, go to conversion linking, just double check that that's on true. That's all you need to do. Triggering, we want to open this here. Now we only want this to trigger on the page after somebody opts in. So what we want to do is we want to go back to ClickFunnels, and we want to take the page after somebody opts in. So in this instance, it'll be this page. So this is the URL. So we go to Google Tag Manager and we click a new trigger. And you can call this in success, or call it what you want. It's entirely up to you. But this is just to identify, so you know what this tag and this trigger refers to. Click trigger configuration. Now you want to trigger on a page view. So click page view, and you want some page views because you don't want it to trigger on all. You want it to trigger on some. Now in this box here, click page URL, and you've got contains. So go back to your funnel and make sure that your URL for your thank you page after they opt in is not the same as any other. It shouldn't be, but just in case it is. From after the www dot, this bit here with the domain and the / and what you call your page, copy that go back to Google Tag Manager and place it here. Click Save. So you've got that. The green tick shows you that that's it's found that, and that's great. And this is your page that you want it to trigger on. Click Save. Now, before you submit, what we want to do is we want to check that this is actually firing properly. So click Preview, and you can do this one of two ways. You can use the front page, the page that people are going to land on for the lead opt-in, and then the thank you page, which is what we're going to trigger the conversion on. Or you can just go onto the thank you page and see whether that triggers. We're just going to go onto the thank you page. We're going to grab that. We're going to go back to Google Assist because we just opened up the preview mode. Place that in there. Click Connect. Okay, so this, don't worry about this. This is just it's just not referring to the Calendly side. Just open this up and click Continue. And you want to look in here. Tags have been fired. And here it is, lead opt-in. So this has fired, so we know it's working properly. So if we click that, we can see that that's the conversion ID, that's the conversion label. Just double check that against what you have here. So double check that. So you know that that tag has fired correctly. So you can now come out of that, finish, click out of that, and back into Google Tag Manager. You know that that tag has fired correctly, so you can now click Submit. If you want to also track booked calls from your funnel, so you've got the lead and now you want to track if somebody booked a call, the same process applies. You just go back to Google Ads and you go into a new conversion. You create a new conversion in here, go to Google Tag Manager, create a new tag like you did with the lead opt-in, and follow the same steps. And again, once you've done that, click Preview and just double check that everything's firing correctly.